and Tiger let the world see what that meant to him. He wasn't just proud, he was overwhelmed. That one round shifted the way the world talks about the Woods name. But it turns out that wasn't even the most powerful moment of the day. What Charlie said after the match hit Tiger even harder than that final putt. The real emotional punch was still coming, and nobody saw it coming. You thought the round was unforgettable? Wait until you hear what he said next. You think a clutch putt was emotional? What Charlie said after hit even harder. Minutes after sinking that final shot to win the U.S. Junior Amateur Qualifier, Charlie stood in front of the mic, sweat on his forehead still catching his breath. The reporter asked the usual fluff about focus and mindset, but instead of the rehearsed media answers, Charlie took a deep breath and looked straight into the camera. "I know we argue," he said, "but I love you, Dad. This one's for you." The words cut deeper than anything anyone expected. Tiger, just off camera, froze. For a man who's built his life on composure, that moment cracked the armor. This wasn't a scripted Hallmark moment. It was messy, honest, and years in the making. Everyone knows Tiger hasn't been an easy mentor. The hours of grueling training, the pressure of the Woods legacy, the expectation that Charlie should already be better than most adults on the tour, it all adds up. And Charlie? He's carried that weight in silence. Until now, that one line was more than just a dedication. It was a confession, a peace offering, a son trying to break through the noise and reach his father. That wasn't just Charlie talking. It was years of emotion finally getting their voice. It wasn't just a win. It was an emotional reconciliation played out on national TV. Tiger reportedly had to step away from the press zone after hearing Charlie's words. One eyewitness said he just nodded, turned, and walked quietly behind the clubhouse to collect himself. No interviews, no smile, just raw, unfiltered feeling. This was a side of Tiger the world almost never sees. And for the first time, it wasn't about his swing, it was about his heart. For the man who's been larger than life, this was the most human he's ever looked, and it sent shockwaves across the entire golfing world. Commentators paused. Fans choked up, rivals applauded. That line from Charlie wasn't just a headline, it was a moment of truth. Because sometimes the heaviest swings come from the words you never saw coming. Behind every swing, there's a shadow. Tiger's shadow. Whether you're on a PGA leaderboard or hitting at a junior invitational, Tiger Woods' presence looms large. And it's not just family. In a recent US Open twist, J.J. Spaun openly credited Tiger for giving him the mental edge to clinch a come-from-behind win. During a mid-round rain delay, Spaun leaned on strategic advice Tiger had once given him, simple but powerful, and it worked. If Tiger's words are lifting tour pros to championship titles, imagine what they're doing behind closed doors with Charlie. The golf world isn't just witnessing Tiger's legacy, it's being shaped by it in real time. But here's the twist. Tiger's influence isn't just instructional, it's spiritual. He's a living myth, a symbol of perfection under pressure. And that weight isn't light, especially for someone sharing his last name. Charlie doesn't just learn from Tiger, he lives in the orbit of one of the most dissected sports careers in history. Every step Charlie takes isn't just measured in yardage, it's measured in comparison. Every round becomes a referendum on whether the son can match the legend. That kind of gravity either crushes you or it forges you. Tiger's wisdom is echoing across the sport, but only Charlie lives inside the echo chamber. For Spaun, it's inspiration. For Charlie, it's expectation. And Tiger, for all his brilliance, knows it. That's why you don't see him pushing Charlie into every spotlight or forcing him to chase media hype. He's teaching his son not just how to win, but how to handle the storm that comes with greatness. Still, living up to the name Woods isn't a challenge. It's a gauntlet. And every young prodigy knows it's easier to chase a dream than to inherit one. But with this round, Charlie proved he's not stuck in the shadow. He's casting one of his own. The echoes of Tiger's dominance may still ring across the fairways, but now there's a new sound coming through, Charlie's swing. And it's not just the sound of talent, it's the sound of independence. The internet exploded, but they missed the real story. Just days after Charlie's emotional post-win moment with Tiger, the golf world's attention shifted to the US Open. And not because of who was leading the leaderboard. A sudden weather delay halted play and left broadcasters scrambling to fill airtime. That's when it happened. Clips of Tiger waiting out storms from his prime years resurfaced across social media. Then came the jokes. Tiger's storms always bring drama. Like father, like son, both make it rain. But what started as lighthearted banter took on a deeper meaning fast. Because behind the memes was something nobody could ignore. Charlie had just created a storm of his own. Fans weren't just laughing, they were connecting dots. The parallels between Tiger's once unstoppable dominance and Charlie's sudden emotional rise were too strong to ignore. But instead of overpowering his competition with a killer drive, Charlie hit viewers with something far rarer: raw, public vulnerability. That moment of Tiger tearing up, of Charlie dedicating his win to their complicated relationship, became the storm the internet couldn't look away from. This wasn't about the leaderboard anymore. This was about a lineage being reshaped in real time. What the world saw as a tearful father, they should have seen as a torch being passed. The clip of Tiger wiping his eyes, the stillness in his expression, the hug he gave Charlie afterward, it wasn't staged. It wasn't for the cameras. It was a father realizing his son had just stepped into something bigger than winning. And viewers felt it, even if they didn't say it out loud. Sometimes it takes a storm to clear the view. And what we saw next was crystal clear. Because when Tiger cried, the world finally understood. Charlie Woods is the future, and the future is now. That clip may go viral for years to come, but it won't be the tear that sticks. It'll be the weight of what it meant. The next great chapter in golf wasn't hinted at. It was just written in front of us. Nobody expected Charlie Woods to do what he did on that green. Not even Tiger. The stakes weren't global championships or PGA Tour millions. It was a playoff matter. Go back just a few years. Charlie Woods first captured the golf world's attention, not with a club in hand, but standing next to his father at the PNC Championship. Dressed the same, swinging the same, walking the same. A viral sensation before he ever teed it up under real pressure. The media didn't call him Charlie, they called him Tiger's son. He didn't earn that spotlight, he inherited it. And with every nod, every glance, every high five from his father, the bar was quietly raised. This wasn't just about becoming a good junior golfer, this was about chasing a myth. And in chasing a myth, he became the mystery. Was the potential real, or just genetics in motion? Fast forward to June 2025. The setting, the 108th Florida Amateur Championship. The crowd was small by PGA standards, but the presence on the sidelines was colossal. There, in a golf cart under Florida's sun, sat Tiger Woods, a man who's won everything, but now watched something he couldn't control. His son navigating pressure on his own terms. Charlie wasn't being coached, he wasn't being micromanaged, Tiger wasn't offering swing tips, he was watching, proud, quiet, present, and that's when it became clear. This wasn't about legacy anymore, it was about arrival. This chapter in Charlie's story doesn't open with applause or highlight reels. It starts with restraint, with steady rounds, with an absence of errors. He didn't roar into the spotlight, he walked into it. With each hole at Ballin Isles, Charlie looked less like someone trying to prove something and more like someone who already knew who he was becoming. And if you watched close enough, you realized something.